Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Tar Heels will kick it away first. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So Syracuse's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Plucks it out of the air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Syracuse right back at it.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the line of scrimmage, and they throw it in the end zone. They have got this defense on their heels.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got it behind the line. It's Hudson. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Syracuse comes to the line on first and goal. Trying to pound their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. What will the offense dial up on third and goal? The give to the single back. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening drive.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to go almost the whole length of the field. I'm starting the game aggressive.
So North Carolina's offense will go to work for the first time today. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position one, objective number one today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
Back to throw, it's Hayes. Grab near the marker, it's Cunningham. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Complete to start this drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage, forcing that incompletion.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. With the catch, it's Dingle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. From the gun, running back on the move. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cunningham. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Hayes. Looking to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. West Virginia is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Don Nehlen, this has not been a blowout today in Morgantown. They're up by 4 over Old Dominion. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Syracuse right back at it.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
On the run, it's Hudson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
The pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got his man. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And this set of downs gets started from the 33. First and 10. The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The Tar Heels are threatening on 1st and goal. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Quarterback may change this route. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Stopped at the 13-yard line. The return after the interception has them in business. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now on the counter. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Syracuse right back at it. Trying play action. Lofts one high and deep. Picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did, and that ends up being an interception.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
He's got him. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage...
Touchdown, North Carolina! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Hudson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Syracuse right back at it. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Back to pass, it's Hayes. Under fire!
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
On target. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Just drives it between the uprights. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kenan Memorial Stadium.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
And the Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. The play action fake. He's got him in the flat. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this?
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Syracuse. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
How about the play by the big defensive lineman? Not known for interceptions, usually getting after the quarterback, stopping the run. Had a chance to make an interception and then do something with it. Take it all the way back to the house. No, ladies and gentlemen, that was not in slow motion, but he got in the end zone, and that's all that matters.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Utah State has the lead right now. Logan has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over Tulane. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Makes the catch. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front?
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game, and now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more.
There he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Syracuse right back at it.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on second down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on third down. They'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hudson. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Orange will have to punt. Catch is made at the 15. And the returner will be brought down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense, like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The give to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. The Tar Heels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. He makes the catch. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UNC!
Now, a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So a drive there of 82 yards. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside, and he loses the ball deep in his own end.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
They'll try the right side.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Dingle. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. Syracuse right back at it.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Going to sling it on second down. That's caught. It's Hudson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Orange now facing a third and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Orange converted and picked up that last first down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Sends it back in motion. looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hudson. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere.
Turning it on. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Quarterback on the keeper. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cuse.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Ready to try the point after.
They're on for the extra point.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Louisville may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from L&N Stadium every time. The Cards have been racking up road wins since the Lee Corso days, and they'll get another one today.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple. But the team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. From the shotgun, the inside give.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On third down, he drops to throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the Gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
They'll start this drive going to the air. And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety.
And, man, that stings because this offense needed every single possession they had left. Now down by 2 possessions, and you're kicking the football off. That was a play that kind of just ended this one. This offense had to put points up, and instead they give up the big safety.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Finds a little space.
Returner is brought down at the 39. And your North Carolina Tar Heels will take over.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify.
Breaks into the open. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got him downfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. They want to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team together.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.